Hello. Okay, sorry. Lights. We need lights. We need lots more lights. Okay, that's me with more lights. And we need more lights on the ground. There we are. Cool. So, I have been playing, for the first time ever, a fairly modded game of Factorio. And it's got a bunch of the schalll combat related mods. Basically, biters are bad. They drop things, you can collect stuff off them and turn it into things. But rather than having the normal 4 tiers of biters, there are many tiers of biters. However, to offset that, there are toys. So let's have a look at the toys. So normal artillery, but there are a bunch of different types of artillery shells. So this is a cluster artillery. Let's have a look what that does. Yeah, okay. So let's give that an inserter, because I think if we just do one of it, that's not going to be enough to... There we go. Okay. So let's watch this. So this, instead of doing just one bang, does like this whole area effect thing, which is quite cool. Okay, let's get rid of that. Then we have napalm. Can that not hit on? Oh, I think we killed everything. Well, that's boring. Yeah, okay, so we have lots and lots and lots of attacks, and they tend to involve everything being dead. Well, that's annoying because the cluster bombs killed everything. Okay. Let's cut this. Okay, that will get deaded. Let's see if we can paste it down somewhere else that has some less than entirely friendly people who want to spend time with us. We could call them enemies, that would be pejorative. They're people who have a legitimate reason to be on the planet which we are on. And we are taking up their space. Okay, so let's head down here, see if we can... Same blueprint, same turrets, we'll see if they get built. So apart from that, alright, I think from here I can do a base tour. Alright, so the base is quite small. We have one outstation here, which is iron. It's just a standard iron mining thing, except we have an ammo loop. And then you can see on the inside of the ammo, there's magic things like ore and dead bodies. These are the pickup towers. These are the modded things which collect anything that's left on the floor, basically, put it into a box, and then I've got an inserter that dumps it onto the belt. I'm using Bob's programmable inserters, so we have quite a lot of freedom about how we do that sort of thing. Then we have Burrowing Worms. So, yeah, every now and again the worms come in and they like totally destroy my stuff, which is very nice of them. Basically, sweary words. Then we have a couple of trains which are going backwards and forwards here. So they collect ore, but they also have an extra carriage which is doing a mix of biter things and ammo. And I've actually set it up so we have a train this way pointing in the direction of travel, and this one is pointing the other way. Then we have the two carriages of ore and one of ammo. That's so that the train can like go into the outpost. And we've got the same sort of thing here. So this is copper. So we've got a train forward, train backwards, two of those, an ammo train. Now it turns out that in this particular case that's not necessary, but there's a copper out here, so as and when this becomes an issue, I can run this same train out to this copper without any modification. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah, so this map has no oil. Like literally, I mean, we have 4 oil wells here, and the combined is 80%, right? I ran out to here 118%. This has done so little oil pumping that it has not actually managed to aggro these biters to eat it. I mean, that's how bad it is. I should probably say this map is a limited map, so it's 2048 square. In the map generation things, I said 2048. It's a power of 2, and I set the generation settings to be very deep, very sparse, very big. So there's hardly any of them. So there's a copper here, there's an iron here, there's a stone here, right? A uranium, a stone. But that's literally like, this is my coal patch. The plan is once I've got past this stage of the game, when we've killed lots of stuff and cleared this planet, is I am going to use Nektorio, and I'm going to set up a properly death world with all the resources on, and this is just going to be a factory world. So I will clear this world, kill all the bugs, put down defenses for the burrowing worms and the other things which keep coming back when I don't want them to. But then we'll go off to Hell and Leith and a couple of other worlds, 4 worlds, and we will, in Nektorio, we will run those as separate worlds that are Hell worlds with all of the kill me settings ramped up to 11, and we will just harvest resources from those. That's the plan. All right. Oh, that's not a very good sound, is it? Right, what's happened here? Okay, so we have attacks. Well, luckily I have 2 lines of walls and multiple types of... It's worth saying. So I'm running the schalll mods, which means that the different biters have different types of resists. So some of them really don't like being hit by lasers, others don't like being hit by hitting, some don't like being hit by fire. There's not a lot I can do about it, except put down this wall here is a whole range of different types of damage. Except I have no fire on this map, so I've had to rely on other things. Anyway, here we are. So we're going to try out the napalm, because napalm sounds kind of cool. I had a friend once who, back in her youth, dated napalm death. Hey, so this is the poison. Okay, not napalm. So the beauty of poison is it really kills worms. It doesn't do anything to spawners, but it really kills worms. So, and it'll kill some of the bugs which are out and wandering around. But do you see this space here? Just totally not touched. So, yeah, that's cool. That's poison artillery. And then we have... Let's have a look. Fire. That is so cool. And it just kills everything. So don't get me wrong, the cluster grenades the cluster artillery we had earlier is better for killing the spawners, and the poison is better for killing the worms. But if you put down the napalm, it really seriously does the job. Alright, so let's see if we can find a place where we can cut this. And let's have a look at my map where I have coverage. Okay, I quite like the idea of putting it down up here. And then I'll give you a brief base tour, because base tours are cool. Right, so let's put this down here. I'll give you a base tour, and then we will give this all its ammo, and we will see what happens. Okay, so this was a scenario map, and we started off here. This is our 0-0 location. And I'm just going to walk up there because I spent some time doing the artwork for this. Then, of course, trampled all over it because life is short and we have to build shit. Okay, so this is our 0-0 point on the map. There we are. We are now at spawn. There was a little sign here saying what the, and then off to get fish, which of course I did actually do. And then since then, the whole factory has grown up around this. Okay. So let's go to map view for the. Okay. So this was our starter. We're out of stone, which I need to do something about because that's really quite sad. This is our starter miners. They are pretty much all dead. I'll have to come back here and mine out the remaining coal. Anyway, it goes in here. It really is that bad. So this bit here fed our red science and green science. I made a belt of gears and inserters, which I then ran down by the side of green. And that's where everything that required red and green pulled off from. This is our gears builder, our green circuits, and right. So for your red-green build, and for military as well, you actually need 2.5 green circuit builds. And this is fine. So these aren't ratioed, but they're easy to build. So that's what I did. Then we have trains, ammo. I put the ammo down early. The trains came later. Turrets, repair, tier 1, tier 2 assemblers. Then we've got all of our military type stuff going on here. We've got our building things for the factory stuff going on here. Oh, yeah, this was a thing. So this is the circuits gears build. I made sure that's not a good noise. Yeah, it didn't like that at all. All right, we will, anyway. This will, yeah, it's a death bolt. So I set up a pipes build because you always need underground pipes and pipes for your oil. Set that up really early, but it did give me a belt of pipes. And actually, there's a whole load of things you build in this sort of middle game. I guess after Burner Age, but immediately after oil, where you need pipes and gears. And that gave me my engine build, which became my electric engine build. which then became things like chemical plants and all that stuff. Then you can imagine it folding back up and becoming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 machines for making robot parts. It turns out that if you do 5 with speed modules, that's enough to run your gold science. If you do 5 without speed modules, that's enough to get you going with all your bots. If you then shove speed modules into them, that's enough to run a gold science build. So we have a gold science build, we have a purple science build. I shoved prod mods in them because I'm not actually speed limited on this map. We're 28 hours in. Right. Then these were all upset because we were out of coal. So this is the sort of problem I have. The starter coal is gone, right? And there's only so much I can do to feed that. This is my home base. What else is going on? Oh yeah, we have our completely useless oil. I don't really know what to do to defend this because this turret can't reach, or at least isn't quite reaching. I can put down some lasers, I guess. Let's. So what I've been doing is putting things on my bar, even if I don't actually have them. Okay, anyway, very boring. Right, what else? So, we have a load of processes for dealing with dead biter parts. So you can see there are dead biters coming in all the time. And they come in and they then get processed into bones and brains and meat and bits of chitin and so on. And that all goes through boxes, and then some of it gets turned into biter DNA, which then goes off to research. Some of it gets turned into various fluids. I've just unlocked another research which helps with the fluid processing. Then that goes off. So if you look at, where are we? Yeah. Okay, so purple and gold science require alien DNA to work. There you are. And alien DNA comes from processing alien brains or alien meat. So that's kind of fun. It makes it a bit more interesting than just killing things. All right, so then low density structures are still required. Then on they go. Low density structures just take so long to build. Then, slightly more interesting. So, artillery. The schalll mod pack has 3 extra interesting types of artillery. We have the clusters, which you saw, which do. We have the poison, which kill the worms, and then we have the whichever one that is. So we have napalm, sorry, which just makes fire, lots of fire. So I'm pretty happy with this mod actually. So it's given me lots of nasty things to kill, but it's also given me lots of tools to kill them with. That's right, so let's head up here. So we have these. We have some things in them. Let's put down arms and see what happens. I haven't actually crafted myself an artillery mode yet, which maybe I should have done. You can see this is all going on here. I've got the disco research mod installed, so pretty colors when things are researching. Here you are. It's actually quite a nice mod. It's one of those ones that probably should be in base. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? And one other thing, let's look down here at this outpost. Yeah, so this outpost I floored in wood, because that's kind of cool, isn't it? I really enjoyed flooring it with wood. We are not doing too well with surviving here. I may have to put down artillery, basically. Alright, so let's look at the map. So, how are we doing? Do we have any of these arms yet? No. I think I might run up there, see if I can... This map is incredibly heavy with trees, so there is no quick way to get anywhere, basically. So you have to run. Being out of coal is really worrying because there's almost no coal on the map. So if I run out of coal, I'm not actually sure what I do instead. And I certainly do not have any replacement type of fuel. I can use nuclear for power, but once the coal is gone, I can't use the coal for anything else. I've had to use coal for coal liquefaction for oil. These two lines here are being turned into oil products. There's just nothing else. Oh, while I'm here, so I had an experiment with arboretums, trying to turn arboretums into oil products. It just doesn't scale. Doesn't scale. I can't get enough oil products in to make it worthwhile. Okay. Let's head up. And then I'm going to kick some alien butt if they haven't already been kicked. Maybe they have. I don't know. Oh, have they actually killed these again? Well, that's just sad, basically. Okay, so I might be able to demonstrate some. So the sniper rifle. So I can. Yeah. So if I press tab, bring on the. There you are. I can hit this base from all that way out with a sniper rifle, which is good. What else do I have? A rocket launcher. I really like rockets. I'm now a fan of rockets. Okay, let's put this in there. God, my inventory is just full of things. Yeah, so I'm using poison rounds myself personally. I can't make enough poison rounds. Oh, this is all right because I don't have power. All right, let's see if with all right. So we have all the artillery, and we are now going to watch hell being unleashed. Okay. Look at this. It's just insane. It's, yeah, probably unfair, but it's the kind of unfair I like. So there's fire, there's percussion, there's poison, and it just makes it all go away. How cool is that? And it does damage to the biters, where standard, there you are, they're dead. So the standard artillery shells really don't kill the bugs. They kill the bases, but there's no splashback on the bugs. Whereas these ones, the poison and the where did that go? Let's have a look. Oh, it's just gone. Right, so the splashback on this with the fire and the percussion and the poison really do a good job of killing, basically. All the killing. It does all the killing. So I've got mega worms on this map, and they take a lot of killing. How are we? So I think that's killed all the bases around there. You saw it did it quite efficiently and quite quickly. It's really tempting to just shove this down somewhere that's within logistics range, even if it's not behind a wall. But that wouldn't be very fair, would it? So let's put one down here. Anyway, that's all I really want to say tonight. So let's zoom all the way out. Okay, this is my world. The plan is to liberate it, pacify it. I don't know what the right word is. We are going to take this land back for freedom and democracy, using napalm and cluster bombs. Then, once we have brought enlightenment to this continent, we are going to open up a Nektorio train teleport thing through to up to 4 properly death worlds, and those death worlds are set up to have unfeasibly rich resources, but also bugs which will eat your brains if you do not actively defend your head at all times. So thank you very much. Normally I do series, but this didn't really work out like that because look, we're up 28 hours and this is the first time I've had something I actually wanted to show you. So I will see you soon, and maybe next time I will have rockets launching and maybe a train to another world. Until then, this is Nektorio. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, we need to find whatever killed that. Anyway, until then, this is Nektorio. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.